Welcome back to another video. We are continuing on the BRZ. Specifically, we are getting this IAG short block, turning this IAG short block into a long block. So this is, like I said, IAG short block. I think this is the 600 horsepower rating, which we're going to be going for around 400 of the wheels. So this block will be perfect. We won't push it to its limits, and it should be very safe for what we're doing. But we're not going to be getting too crazy tonight. Really, I just want to get the oil pan. I have no idea even what you call it. This piece here has the oil pan. This is what the oil pan bolts onto. Water pump goes. And in order for me to get it onto the engine stand, I need these studs right here. So this needs to go on first. So tonight, we're gonna be working on getting that on, and then we can start the fun stuff of doing the heads and everything. Okay, I think I have everything set up to where we are ready to go. First of all, your RTV. Subaru always recommends 3-bond, even though this says AC Delco. It does say this is 3-bond. Here we go. This is 3-bond AC Delco. Just put their label on it. So weird, but I always use 3-bond because that's what Subaru asked for, and might as well do what is recommended by the manufacturer. So we have our 3-bond, have our bolts all cleaned, ready to go. Have my manual up. That is where we will be. Oh, great, drop that. So pretty much following here, straightforward. And remember, you always want to apply to the inside of the surface being sealed. So if you follow, always go on the inside of the bolts. So like so, all the way around. And then this actually has this hole being sealed as well. So we'll apply some there. Now remember, you do not need a ton of RTV to do this. You are sealing 2 machine surfaces completely flat. The RTV is there in case there is some type of imperfection, but you do not need to dump a bunch in here. So just a small bead is all you need to do. That is why there is so much controversy about Subaru engines dying from too much RTV, especially this engine, because it uses so much of it. There's so many sealing surfaces that need it. So don't shoot yourself in the foot and apply too much and potentially have it break off and clog the oil pickup, all that. So we'll be applying just enough to make it seal. All right, RTV is on. Got my O-rings. There are 3 orange O-rings that go in these grooves right here. Do not want to forget those, or you will have whatever passage that is. Coolant? Yes, coolant leaking in with your oil, and you do not want that. So, all right, surface is cleaned. We are ready for our oil pan sub-assembly. Now these are torqued to 18 foot-pounds. Remember, 18 isn't very much, so it could be easy to strip these out. All right, I got all excited. getting this sub-assembly on, then I realized I should probably do the crank seal, which did that. Moved over the crank sensor. Now I just need to do this oil plate right here, which we have this. Took it off the other engine, cleaned it all up, ready to go. And then there is also this plug that I will need to put in as well. All right, we will start with the plug. Now, just like we talked about before, don't need to get carried away with the mount here. Less is more. All right, we have everything on, sealed. We are now ready to throw this onto the engine stand. So let's get the engine mount on here, and then you guys can watch me struggle lifting and putting it on. Oh boy, oh yeah. That's how I like it, nice and heavy. Oh. And that is why I tell my wife no when she asks if I want to go to the gym. I got my own workouts. But in all seriousness, it does feel good to have this on the engine stand. I've had this for quite a few months and it's been exciting. And I've been excited to put this one together. That is going to be a fun car. But I think I'm done for the night. I just wanted to get it on the engine stand. We will be tackling the heads, all the cams. If you watch my last videos, you know that the cams got fried, so we do have both cams and both cam cradles. So that's all new from Subaru. Just need to clean the heads and we can get them on. All right, I'm at a point to where I'm gonna start recording again. It's been a couple days, but I have been doing things off camera. I got the heads taken apart completely, cleaned them. They are looking good. So now we are ready to clean valves and everything and reinstall them. And then we can install the head onto the short block. Here we have some cosmetic gaskets that will be going on these. So yeah, I just need to clean all these individually and install. Shouldn't take too long, just a little bit tedious work. So I have 7 of the 8 valves. I have 7 of the 8 valves installed. I have one more intake valve. I figured I can maybe walk you guys through this one. So these are all the pieces to your valve, and then of course including your lower rocker. But I'm not going to be putting those in yet because I'm going to be waiting until it is actually on the block. So besides that, this is your valve train. Here you have your valve, which I have already compressed into the spring compressor that I'm using. Might not be the fastest, but it works fairly well. Then we have this shim. What I like to do here, get a drop of oil, put it underneath this shim here. That is what the valve spring rides on. I guess first let's put the valve in. All right, valve is in there. Then we can just put this compressed spring down into there. And now the fun part of getting your keeps in there, which if you compress your spring enough, shouldn't be too hard. Last thing I kind of like about this compressor is I can push on the top of it and compress the spring even more if I need to. All right, keeps her in there. Now I can just loosen this compressor. And then afterwards I like to kind of press the valve, make sure everything's good. And then I like to get a dot of oil, press it on top. Then we can put the valve shim bucket on top. Done. Not too hard. So now I believe we are ready to put the head on. Well, this is kind of annoying. I don't even know if you guys will be able to see this. But if you see right in there, you can see that this gasket is defected. It looks like, you can kind of see it there, the stamping process of one of the sheet metals didn't stamp properly. Let's see if we can, so that this will not close because that lip right there is folded down. So we need a new one, which is annoying. Never seen that before. So, of course, the head that I worked on tonight, I can't even install. So that is super annoying. Well, I guess since this other gasket is defected, I guess we will be moving our attention to the other head because that gasket is good, so we can get this on. So now I have one valve in, need to put the rest of them in, and then we can bolt it onto the short block. All right, we have everything into the head that it needs to go back onto the engine. Surface is clean and smooth like it should be. Still need to clean this surface and install the dowels, but we will be doing that soon. And then we have our gasket that will be going. I guess I need to apply some silicone on here and around here. I think that's just oil passages to help prevent leakage. So I think we're ready to do this. So I guess let's start with the dowels. You want to clean the surface very well. Any little piece of debris can cause a failure. Alright, now let's make sure to okay, now we have our head studs. These are ARP 2000s. Once you have the head on, you can slide these into place and tighten them down. How you know which one is the top is it has this Allen key on top, and that is used to assist in tightening them down. Alright, one important thing while you're putting these on, do not oil the head side of these washers. You don't want that to slide. You want that to be dry, because if you are cranking down on these and you have lubrication, this will start spinning with the nut, which you do not want. Alright, now for the lubrication, all head studs are going to come with their ARP recommended lube. So you're going to apply this to bottom of the bolt as well as the threads. So with these head studs, you're going to do 3 steps. Of 30, 60, then 95. When you're doing this gradual, slow movements, all in, everything went well. Always makes me nervous on that last one when you're cranking down to 95 and you're like, please don't strip, but everything went really well. So now it's time for the, I don't know what you call it. All right, I think we are finally ready to install this cam cradle assembly. This is a new one from Subaru. If you watched our last video, you know that this assembly got scored because of low oil pressure and probably debris going through the engine as well. So we got new cams, which they're in the box, and a new cradle. So one thing you need to remember to don't forget to swap over and clean your filters, your oil filters, which go right here. And then also on the head itself, don't forget your O-rings. And then these are 13 foot-pounds. All right, we got that all installed. Next, we can pull out the camshafts. They're over here in their boxes. One of these. But I'm going to be doing that tomorrow because it is late and I want to go hang out with my wife. It is the next day and we are back out here. As you can see, I have the new camshaft sitting in here and we will be getting them installed. So really just need to lube everything up, put on the caps, and then we should be able to put the cover on, which is always good because I hate having open engines just sitting here open, so it'd be nice to get the cover on. So let's just do some lubing and siliconing and tightening. Like always, first thing first, wipe down your machined surfaces. I'm going to be using assembly lube. I'm going to put a drop on the rollers as well. Now, before we get all too excited and throw this valve cover on, don't want to forget spark plug gaskets. That would be sad. Now here you do the 3-bond, but don't forget to replace that O-ring as well. Don't want to have a leak there. Make sure everything lines up. Three bolts. Well, this head is officially done on this side. Everything went pretty good. I'm bummed that I don't have the other head gasket yet because I want to just knock this out. Should be able to knock it out pretty quick when I get it. So kind of dead in the water. Took this apart, cleaned it. That wasn't too bad. So I'm gonna do all three of them just to get all the gunk out of them. But I think I'm gonna end this one here. Kind of dead in the water until I get that other gasket, so hopefully it comes soon. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.